Today I'm going to show you how Soffront CRM helps you define your workflow with minimal effort. With the help of a rich workflow feature, you can create your own workflow and define how leads and opportunities will move from one stage to another. Only the admin has the privilege to define the workflow. Let's start with leads. A lead is a business or a person you want to do business with. To configure the lead workflow, click on Settings, and under the Customization menu, click on Leads and Customers Workflow. Here's where you can customize your workflow. By default, we've given this the name Lead Conversion Process, which you can change to whatever you'd like. Below are the stages for this workflow, from suspect to customer. To add additional stages, simply click on the plus sign here and select from one of the stages that are not currently in use, or you can click here to add a new stage. I'm going to go ahead and select 7-day trial and click on Save. You'll notice that it added the 7-day trial to the end of our stages, which is after the point in which the lead becomes a customer. I'd like them to do the 7-day trial before they become a customer, so I'm going to simply click on the 7-day trial, and now I can drag and drop it to wherever I'd like in my workflow. So here I'm going to put it in between opportunity and customer. Every stage can also be edited simply by clicking on the pencil. So here I can change the name of this stage to a 30-day trial and hit enter. And now this stage is a 30-day trial before it becomes a customer. You can also remove any stage by clicking on the X button and clicking OK. And you'll see that that stage has now been removed from the workflow. Each stage has different types that you can set up as well. If you don't see a Types section here on the left, go ahead and click on Show Types, and this is where you can add types for each stage or edit them or remove them. So here I'm going to click on the stage for lead, and you'll see that we have different types. We have referral leads, website leads, and Facebook leads. To add an additional type, I simply click on the plus sign here, and I can select a type that's not in use, or I can click Add New Type and add a custom type of my own. So we'll call this Conference, and click on Save. Similarly, you can remove the different types simply by clicking on the Delete and click OK. For every type, there are different tasks associated with it. So here you can add, edit, or delete the tasks for each type as well. So I'm going to go back to this referral type, and I'll click on the big plus sign here to add a new task name. So here I'm going to add research and click on Save. Well, research should be done at the very beginning, so I'm going to go ahead and just drag and drop that up to the top right there. You can also edit any of the fields simply by clicking on the pencil, and I'm going to call this Set Phone Appointment. And you can also remove tasks simply by clicking on the X. So here I'm going to remove research since that's already been done for us when the lead is a referral. Once you have your workflow set up, go ahead and click on the Save button and then click OK. And that's how you customize your leads workflow. Now let me show you how this will look in your records view. So go ahead and click on the Home tab here, and then click on Leads, and then here we'll select All. This will display all of our leads. I'll go ahead and select a lead, so here I'm going to select this one by clicking on the checkbox here, and you'll see that there are a bunch of items I can select from here to work with my lead. So if I click on the C, This will convert my lead to the next stage in my workflow. This tells me which stage it's going to, and the checkbox is automatically going to apply the workflow, and these are the tasks for this stage. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Convert and click OK. I still have the same lead record checked here, and if I have converted this lead in error, or for some reason it needs to be taken back to a previous stage, I can simply click on the R button here, and this will recycle my lead back to the previous stage. So I'll click on Recycle and click OK. Now let me show you how you can create the workflow for your opportunities. So here we'll go ahead and click on Settings, and under Customization we'll click on Opportunity Workflow. Here you'll notice that the screen is the same as your leads workflow, and that the stages and everything, all these functionalities are the same. You can add using the plus sign, remove using the X, and edit using the pencil. You can also click to drag and drop and rearrange anything as well. The only difference with the opportunity workflow is that you can define the probability for each stage. So at the bottom right, you'll notice that there is a percentage for each stage, and this is your probability. So here we have 10%, and the proposal is at 40%. Here our budgeted stage is at 60%, and if we click that, we can go ahead and change that. We'll change it to 50 and click on Save, and now you'll see that the budgeted is 50%. The probability value should increase from left to right. So as it does here, we have 10%, then 40%, 50, 80, and 100. And the probability in the stage that you are editing, it should be higher than the previous stage. So if I was editing negotiation, I'd want to make sure that it was higher than 50%, which is my previous stage. So this is how you define your opportunity workflow. If you have additional questions, click on the support button in the right-hand corner where you can enter your question and send us a message.